I would say, okay, first of all, I just lighten it up with them a little bit and try to make them be relaxed. And I'd explain to them that when I started college when I was 31 years old, I went into the community college, took an assessment test, and I couldn't even add fractions because I forgot you had to get a common denominator. And I would explain to them that the college made me take math prep and algebra prep classes, and then intro to algebra, and then college algebra, and then I went into trigonometry, and then I went into calculus 1, 2, 3, and differential equations, and I got straight A's. And it was from hard work, but I went from somebody that couldn't add fractions to somebody that goes through the highest level math that there is. And I'm living proof that it can be done through hard work and understanding. And hopefully try to relax them that, hey, Mr. Neil can do it, I can do it. And then we'd go and test them, like I said, and bring them in, and they can get to work at their own pace. There's not going to be a child left behind thing. And when these kids come in, if they're struggling at a certain level, then we're going to take visual aids and we're going to do verbal games to have reinforce and reiterate the concepts so that we'll give them a chance for that light bulb to come on. Because once the light bulb comes on and they got it, then they can roll. But it's not their fault if the light bulb doesn't come on because of the way that's instructed to them and they don't understand exactly what they're talking about or what's trying to be explained. We'll slow it down for them. And that's the beauty of it. They get to work at their own pace and feel comfortable about it and feel good about it. Okay, so the process would be, what I like to do is the parents and the child come in and we sit down and talk for a few minutes and discuss just basically everything that I've just talked to you about. And then if the child and the parent are ready to go, then we'll set up an assessment test. That takes about an hour to an hour and a half, and we'll set up a time so the child can come in and sit down, and I'll have the test ready to go and they can sit down and take the test. Once the test is taken, then that's where my work comes in. I'll grade the test. I'll go through the test and we'll look for two things. We'll look for one, did the child miss the problem because they made a little notebooking error, which we're not too concerned with because I could get back with the child and talk about, hey, you just need to be neater and be more careful in here. What we're really looking for is where is the child clueless? What problems they could not do because they didn't understand what's going on. Those are the problems we're going to mark wrong. And then those are the problems when we put it into the computer, log it in the computer, each problem where they passed it or they missed it. Then that's when the computer will say, the software that's generated based off of all of the years of data will say, child is scored so low in this area, high in this area, and here's the lesson plans that this child needs to do to try to master those areas and bring those areas up. From that point, then just bring the parent back in and discuss, here's where your child's at, and then we'll set up a contract to work. It could be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or it could be just open extended. The longer the extension is, the lower I can lower the monthly rate, the monthly payment that they have to pay. And then after that, the parents will have set up the notebook. It'll be bar-coded so that all the parents have to do is just, child has to come up here, walk through that front door, grab their notebook, scan in, computer logs them in, and then they walk into the back and pick their where they want to sit, and maybe they got an instructor that they like or more than the others, or pretty much wherever they want to sit, and open up their book and start working through their lesson plans, and we'll pick up from there with all of our instructors. The typical results from what I hear is that, again, kids' self-esteem and self-confidence grow out the roof. The ones the kids that really stick with it, parents say, oh yeah, it took a few months for the kids to start catching up to the level that they need to be at, but it made a big difference in their bringing their math up and keeping their math up in a really high level scores. I think the one thing it'll do is it's got to do is the kids will come into math now classes and they won't have this cringing feeling like, oh, you know, first of all, they're going to be able to do their homework in now 15 to 20, 30 minutes because they're going to understand the concepts when they do their homework, which that's a major problem right now in America, I believe, is that a lot of kids have a lot of extracurricular activities, and then by the time they get home, it's like, oh, I got to do my math homework, but it's 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Now they're tired, and then they got to crank out this homework, and they don't understand a concept, and then they don't get that right, and next thing you know, that's where it all starts unfolding. That's where the getting behind happens. So bottom line is, if they come in here, then really and truthfully, they can do probably 20, 30 minutes to get their homework done and do it at an effective rate.